Here is something I want you to think about right now. Someone invites you to a party you don't really want to go to. Which of these do you say? I could come, I would come, I should come. 3 sentences, 1 situation, 3 completely different meanings. And here's the thing, most English learners pick one of these randomly and hope for the best. But every single one of these sentences sends a different message. And today, we're going to make sure you know exactly which one to use, every single time, forever.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Eyna. I'm Zach.
And I'm Ina, and honestly, could, would, and should are 3 of the most used words in the entire English language. You hear them in every single conversation.
Every email, every text message, every meeting, every phone call.
And yet, they are 3 of the most confusing words for English learners at every level. Learners sometimes freeze when they need to choose between them.
So today, we are going to fix that completely. We are going to take each one, could, would, and should, break it down clearly and simply, show you exactly how native speakers use it in real life, and make sure you never mix them up again.
And stay with us until the end because we have a practice section that is going to test you in a way you are not expecting. And there is one very common mistake with should that almost every learner makes. We will get to that.
If you are new here, welcome to Talk Eyna. We make real, natural English simple and enjoyable. Please subscribe right now so you never miss an episode. We would love to have you as part of our Talk Eyna family.
And before we start, drop a comment right now and tell us which one confuses you the most. Could, would, or should? Write it below. We read every single comment and we would love to know. Let's get into it.
Let's start with the first one, and I think this one is going to surprise you.
All right, let's talk about could. Now, most learners learn could as simply the past tense of can. And yes, that is one use. But here is what nobody tells you. Could has 3 completely different jobs in English, and native speakers use all 3 of them every single day.
3 jobs. Let's go through each one.
Job number 1. Could for past ability. This is the one most learners know. It means I was able to do something in the past. When I was a child, I could run very fast. I had that ability in the past. She could speak 3 languages before she was 10. That was her ability back then. He could swim across the whole lake when he was young. Past ability. Simple.
Job number 2, and this is where it gets really interesting. Could for possibility. When you are talking about something that is possible right now or in the future, this could be the best decision you ever make. It's possible. It might happen. We could go to the beach this weekend if the weather is good. It's a possibility. Don't worry, the problem could have a simple solution. There might be a simple answer.
Do you feel the difference? Past ability, I could run fast when I was young. Possibility, we could go out tonight. Same word, completely different meaning. Context tells you which one it is.
And job number 3, could for polite requests. This is the one you use in real conversations every single day. Could you pass me the salt, please? Could you help me with this? Could I have a glass of water? This is softer and more polite than can. Can you help me is fine. Could you help me sounds more respectful, more natural, more fluent.
So here is your could summary. 1 word, 3 jobs. Past ability, I could swim when I was 6. Possibility, we could try a new restaurant tonight. Polite request, could you explain that again, please?
And here's the thing about could that native speakers do constantly. They use it to make suggestions without pressure. We could go for a walk, not we must go for a walk, not you should go for a walk, just we could. It's a soft, friendly suggestion. No obligation, no pressure, just an option on the table.
I love that about could. It's the most gentle of the 3. It never pushes.
Right. Could whispers. Should and would are much louder, and we are getting to both of them right now. But first, we want to hear from you. Can you write a sentence in the comments using could for a possibility? Something in your own life. We'll reply to as many as we can. Okay, could is done. Let's move on to would. And this one completely changes how your English sounds in everyday conversation.
Would. This word is absolutely everywhere in natural English, and once you understand it properly, your conversations are going to sound so much more fluent. Just like could, would has more than one job.
Job number 1. Would for conditional sentences. This is probably the most important use of would that you need to know. Conditional means if something happens, then this would be the result. If I had more time, I would learn to play the guitar. The condition is I don't have more time right now, but if I did, the result would be learning guitar.
If she studied harder, she would pass the exam easily. If we left now, we would get there by 7. Notice the pattern. If plus past tense, would plus base verb. This is the second conditional in English, and it is used in real conversations all the time. Every time someone says, if I were you, they're using exactly this structure.
If I were you, I would talk to your manager. If I were you, I would apologize. If I were you, I would take that opportunity. This is one of the most natural and useful phrases in all of English. Say it out loud right now. If I were you, I would... Fill in your own sentence. Can you do it?
Job number 2. Would for polite offers and requests. Just like could, would makes things more polite. Would you like some tea? Would you mind closing the window? I would love to help you with that. Would you prefer to meet on Monday or Tuesday?
And here's a really important one for professional English. I would like to is the most natural way to express what you want in a formal or polite situation. Not, I want. That can sound demanding. I would like to apply for the position. I would like to discuss the proposal. Immediately sounds more professional.
Now here is the retention spike, the one thing about would that surprises almost every learner. Would is also used to talk about habits and repeated actions in the past, and most learners have never been taught this use at all.
When I was a student, I would wake up at 6 every morning and go for a run. That was my regular habit. When we were children, we would spend every summer at our grandmother's house. That was a repeated action. Every Friday, he would bring flowers home for his wife, a past habit that happened regularly.
This is very similar to used to, but would sounds more storytelling, more natural, more nostalgic. Native speakers use this all the time when they're sharing memories. When I lived in London, I would walk along the river every Sunday. Beautiful, natural, fluent.
So, would summary. Conditional sentences. If this, then that. Polite offers and requests. Would you like? I would love to. Past habits and memories. We would always. She would often. He would never.
First, learn the conditional pattern. Second, replace I want with I would like in your next formal situation. Third, next time you share a memory, try using would instead of used to. Notice how much more natural it sounds.
Comment below right now. Finish this sentence and write it in the comments. If I had 1 extra hour every day, I would... We genuinely want to read your answers. Go. Would, done. Now the big one, should. And this is where the most common mistake happens.
Should. Of the 3, could, would, should, this is the one that causes the most confusion. And it is also the one that is most important to use correctly, because when you use should incorrectly, you can accidentally sound rude, bossy, or judgmental without meaning to at all.
Let's start with the main use. Should for advice and recommendations. When you think something is the right thing to do for yourself or for someone else. You should drink more water. That's advice. She should see a doctor. A recommendation. We should leave early to avoid the traffic. A practical suggestion.
Should tells the listener, in my opinion, this is the right or sensible thing to do. It is not as strong as must. Must is an obligation. Should is a recommendation. You must wear a seatbelt. You should eat more vegetables. Must is law. Should is wisdom.
Should also works for expectations, what we believe will happen or what we expect to be true. The package should arrive by Thursday. I expect it will. The meeting should be finished by noon. We expect it to end then. This should work. I expect it will solve the problem.
And should works for self-reflection too. I should call my parents more often. I should go to the gym this week. I should probably get more sleep. These are things the speaker knows are right but is reminding themselves.
Now, here's the common mistake, and this is the one I promised you. Many learners use should when they mean could. For example, someone asks, "What do you want to do this weekend?" And the learner says, "We should go to the cinema." But this sounds like you are telling the other person what the right thing to do is, like you are advising them, like your opinion is a rule.
A native speaker in that situation would say, "We could go to the cinema, just a suggestion, an option, no pressure." Or, "I would love to go to the cinema. What do you think?" Much more natural, much less pushy.
So here's the rule. Should gives your opinion about what is right or sensible. Could gives an option without pressure. When you are making a casual suggestion to a friend, could
Okay.
I am ready. Let's go.
Situation 1. Your friend looks exhausted. They have been working 12 hours a day for 2 weeks. What do you say? You take a break. Could, would, or should?
Should. You should take a break. This is advice. You genuinely think rest is the right and necessary thing for them.
Perfect. Situation 2. Someone asks what you want for dinner and you are easy about it. You say, "We order pizza," or "We cook at home." I'm happy either way.
Could. Both times. We could order pizza or we could cook at home. These are options, not advice. No pressure, just possibilities.
Situation 3. You are in a job interview. The interviewer asks about your salary expectations. You say, "I like to discuss that once we've agreed on the role."
Would. I would like to discuss that. Professional, polite, confident, perfect interview English.
Situation 4. This is the tricky one. Your colleague made a small mistake in a report. You want to suggest they fix it without sounding critical. Do you say, "You should fix this," or "Could you take another look at this?"
Could you take another look at this? Every time. You should fix this sounds like a criticism from a manager. Could you take another look sounds like a kind, professional colleague. Same message, completely different energy.
And the last one, you're sharing a childhood memory with a friend. You say, "When I was young, we spend every summer at the beach. My grandmother always make homemade ice cream."
Would, both times. We would spend, she would always make. Past habits, repeated memories, beautiful, natural storytelling English.
Here is your challenge. Write your own sentence in the comments using all 3, could, would, and should, in one paragraph. It can be about anything in your life. We will read them all.
And remember, the goal is not perfection. The goal is trying. Every sentence you write is making your English stronger. Every single one.
What a lesson today. Let's bring it all together. Could, would, and should. 3 words, endless uses, and now you understand every single one.
Here are the 3 big things we covered today. Number 1, could. Past ability, possibility, and polite requests. The softest and gentlest of the 3. Number 2, would. Conditional sentences, polite offers, and past habits. The most versatile modal verb in English. Number 3, should. Advice, expectations, and self-reflection. Powerful, but use it carefully so you don't accidentally sound critical.
And the 3 rules to never forget. 1, never use 2 modal verbs together. 2, always use the base verb after a modal, no 2. 3, choose could for soft suggestions and save should for genuine advice.
Here's something to think about before our next episode. Over the next 24 hours, notice every time someone around you uses could, would, or should. In conversation, in a film, in a podcast, in a message. You will be amazed how many times these 3 words appear. And now you will understand every single one.
If this episode helped you, please give it a like. It genuinely helps more people find Talk Eyna. Share it with one friend who always freezes on could, would, or should. Subscribe if you haven't already. We have so many more episodes coming. And leave us a comment. Which of the 3 was your biggest confusion before today?
Thank you so much for being here with us. You are putting in the effort. You are showing up, and that is everything. Language learning is not a race, it is a journey. And we are so glad you are on this journey with Talk Eyna.
This is Talk Eyna. See you next time.